Now, there is absolutely no denying that over the last couple months, or maybe even the last year, I've been clowning on Sergio Perez just like a clown at a circus. Like, being realistic, he has been worse than the Ferrari strategies a couple of years ago. He's been worse than Mazepin in 2021. He has been worse than after that slight malfunction. I mean, it's pretty fair game. You're going to get clowned if you're in the fastest car and you're not winning races. You're going to get clowned if you exit out of Q1 every single race weekend whilst your teammate is fighting for pole. Your teammate is winning races and you're crashing. You're going to get clowned either way. But no, I want to stop that because today is a day of positivity.
Luca!
He wins the Monaco Grand Prix! Sergio Perez wins!
Hey, psst, psst, psst. Hey, like and subscribe. Please. Day of positivity because Sergio Perez is an absolutely great driver. Yep, he's a great driver. Now, I'm just playing. I think the whole season of 2024 has kind of led up to this race weekend. Belgium. Yeah, Spa, Belgium. It's all led up to this. Red Bull have, like, notoriously been very good at this track. However, with the group bunching up slowly but surely, and Red Bull not being the dominant force that they were, say, a couple months ago, say, last year. Yeah, because that season was very, very fun.
Max Verstappen wins for Max Verstappen, Max Verstappen, Max Verstappen, Max Verstappen, Max Verstappen, Max Verstappen, Max Verstappen.
It might be a little bit difficult. However, I think this race weekend is Sergio Perez's life or death weekend, survival or not survival in Formula 1, the sink or swim race weekend for his, not just maybe Red Bull career, not just maybe his, like, Red Bull family, like the RB Red Bull, but like his entire Formula 1 career. I think this is sink or swim, ride or die, like Dominic Toretto.
Ride or die, remember?
I think everybody's being pretty vocal about his situation. Red Bull, they're not looking in the greatest of shapes. Verstappen, GP, Horner, that side of the garage isn't the greatest and gelled together nicely at all, or neither is Sergio Perez to the car, but they're somehow leading the drivers and they're leading the constructors, and I think they would like to keep on leading the constructors, right? Who wouldn't want to be like leading the constructors throughout the entire season? And when however, if you literally are handicapped, if you literally, it's a one-legged race that you're running here. Wait, no. Yeah, it's a one-legged race. Verstappen's leg is fully operational, but Sergio Perez, you know, at the start of the year there was like a chart. He was gaining points until he wasn't, and it just flatlined. And over the, like, what, the last 7 races or something like that, he's gained 27 points compared to Verstappen's 130 odd.
What the fuck?
With Verstappen having a 10-place grid penalty, let's be real, he isn't winning the race. He might have won from, like, what, 14th last season? But that was in the most dominant car of all time. Now, the car is a mere second, or maybe even third fastest on the grid. Perez, he's in the exact same car, and I think it's about time that he actually puts on a performance. I would love to see Sergio Perez win in Belgium. That would be delightful. I'm sorry. I would rather see Perez win than Norris. And honestly, him starting second in qualifying, pretty decent for his standards. No, the last couple of seasons, I mean the last couple of races, he's been what, 7th, 16th, 18th, 19th, last. So P2. Oh, he's actually potentially maybe cooking, and that is one step closer to winning the race. Ferrari, yeah, they haven't been the strongest, have they? So do they have a chance to win? I'm not sure. McLaren are kind of further back, but Sergio Perez, Red Bull seem like they're the fastest car yet again, and he's starting second, so it's just one car ahead of him, and then he can win pretty easy. Oh, and Sergio Perez, it might not be easy, but who knows? He's one step closer to saving his Red Bull seat and not, well, chucking his whole career into the bin. Sergio Perez has the mindset to be winning this race. His mindset isn't on, yeah, I need to be beating Verstappen. It's just, I want to do the best I can. I want to keep the seat. And honestly, that's plausible. Wait, no, is that the word? Applaudable? Well, yeah, well done. Anyway, if that's his mindset for this race weekend, I'm feeling positive for him. Christian Horner, he feels positive for him. He's like, yeah, Sergio Perez, go on. Go on. The fight isn't going to be with Verstappen. The fight is going to be at the top of the field, Lando, Piastri, Perez if he can qualify well. And that's literally the 3 people who are going to be contesting for the win. Let's be 100% honest. I don't want the season to turn out to be the next 2014 Mercedes season, where it's just Rosberg and Hamilton, Norris and Piastri who just keep on battling for the win. No, I want Perez to spice up that race. I want Perez to qualify well and to do well. Maybe that might help him retain the seat for the next half of the season. Might not help him for, next season. This half, maybe? Now, being a second down in practice isn't the greatest of starts to the weekend that might determine your entire future. But I guess different setups, different fuel loads, maybe slightly different car. Yeah, cool. Doesn't really mean much, does it? And there's absolutely zero denying that Red Bull 100% want to retain Sergio Perez as in the team. Sergio Perez is literally on paper, off paper, the perfect driver for that team. No, he genuinely is. You might be saying, a driver that crashes out, a driver that can't qualify, a driver that can't score any decent points. Is he really a good driver for that? No, he genuinely is. Like, Nikita Mazepin, Mick Schumacher, they might not have been the perfect drivers for Haas, but Sergio Perez is literally the perfect driver for Red Bull. Red Bull, they want Verstappen to keep on winning races, and that's their main person. Sergio Perez, he knows deep in his heart that he's never going to get close to Verstappen. He knows deep in his heart that he's nowhere near as good as Max Verstappen, and he just settles down in that secondary position very, very nicely and very, very comfortably. Plus, Blood's Mexican. The amount of sponsors he brings into that team is a bunch ton, and just he sells more shirts than Verstappen. And it's not like Red Bull are kind of trying to hide the fact that they like Sergio Perez. Because look what they did with Gasly. Blood was literally gone halfway through the season after having a bad season. Sergio Perez, he had a bad last season. Let's be real, it wasn't the greatest. 2021 wasn't all that. 2022, okay, cool, you won a couple races. And it's just been getting slowly worse and worse until this season has literally been treacherous. I guarantee you swap in a Formula 4 driver, they might be doing better than him and that car. They really like him, otherwise he would have been getting dropped. And the fact that they keep on wanting him to do well says loads. Yeah. However, Red Bull's opinion is Red Bull's opinion. They have their own opinions, but the rest of the world, they also have their own opinions. Rumors float around here and there, and certain rumors that keep on entering the paddock aren't the greatest of rumors for Sergio Perez. Rumors of, oh yeah, Daniel Ricciardo's going to be replacing you. There's a rumor right now in Belgium. Daniel Ricciardo replaces Sergio Perez. Liam Lawson goes into RB. Where the fuck is Sergio Perez going to go? What's he going to be doing? Working as a marshal? What? Is he going to be clearing the standing water? Is he just going to be dropped in general? Hello? There's no doubt about it that these rumors get to Sergio Perez's head. And they're not good because, okay, cool, there's a rumor of Daniel Ricciardo replacing him. But the rumor that he won't even have a seat after Belgium, say he actually does have another treacherous weekend. I don't wish that on him, but if he does, oh my, it's not looking good for you. This season, as I keep on saying, is ride or die. You finish well, or you're out. And that's over. Career over. GG. However, let me give you a god tier analogy. Imagine you're dating somebody of, like, whoever the fuck you're dating. Anyway, you think they are a 10 out of 10 if you like ass and tits, then they have fucking huge asses and huge tits. Anyways, say you find them hella attractive and, like, oh, you really like them. You would really like to do certain things with them. However, they have a toxic trait and they spit on you. Not like, what am I saying? Nah, but like, say they're toxic, they mess with your emotions and they like stab you, they shoot you in the arm, the chest, I don't know, with the gun. And it's like you might like the way they look, but the way they act isn't good. It's like Red Bull might like Sergio Perez, or they might want him to be a driver, but then is it worth keeping him because they like him, or is it worth them getting someone into the seat who can actually win or help win the constructor? What a so good analogy. That was insane. You like someone, Perez, I don't know, whatever you like, but they're not that good on the inside, like skill-wise and like Oh my god, I just cooked that. Now, being dead set real, with the teams closing up, Mercedes are cooking on points. McLaren are cooking on points. And Ferrari seem to be slowly getting back to their Monaco standards. It actually seems like Red Bull are behind all of those three teams. They are gaining less points than all of those three teams week in and week out. And if they can't gain as many points, well, they're going to lose the constructors. They might not even come second. They might come third, fourth. Who knows? And they'll obviously need two good drivers who can actually help Verstappen win races, and two drivers who can gain points on the constructors. So if that's not possible, then I'm sorry, Sergio Perez has to go, and somebody else has to step in. Now you might be saying, how could he be dropped? He's just signed a contract. How is that possible? In the contract, it does say that if the point difference is at least 100 points between Verstappen and Perez by August, then he can be dropped. The point difference is 141. If Perez wins and Verstappen DNFs 26 points, it's still going to be a point difference above 100. So either way, he can still be dropped midway through the season after Belgium. And it's not like he's going to go to RB, because that's not an option. He's going to get dropped entirely. The only way that he retains a seat, if he doesn't crash, doesn't make contact, if Verstappen doesn't pass him, and if he can score a podium with some decent points to that without causing any shenanigans on the track. And even so, if he still does that, let's be real, there is still a high possibility that he will not be in that seat for too long. Whether it be, cool, he might finish the season, but the next season, let's be real, somebody is going to replace him. And it's not going to be Yuki Tsunoda, it's probably going to be Ricciardo. I don't know, let me know what you think down in the comments. Will Sergio Perez keep his seat? Will he have a good weekend? Or will Daniel Ricciardo replace him and Sergio Perez won't have a race seat anymore for the entire season? Let me know in the comments and watch it there. Subscribe and like. I don't know why you wouldn't, because if you don't, you're a fake and a fraud. And that's kind of sad. Hope you have a safe, fantastic rest of the day. Don't die, because then you can't watch other videos. And peace!
That's all, folks.